How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rallet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today, guys, I'm going to be talking about several other hints we've received. As you guys may know, I seem to be doing these videos every single day now, and every time I think I'm done with, videos for the day, and I'm ready to do something else, something new pops up, something new is being sent my way, and something new has been surfacing. So I want to take a look at the things that I didn't get the time to do in the other videos today and go through them right now. I also have another video today that's going to be a collab with another YouTuber, so stick around for that, later, guys. Either way, let's get started with this right now, shall we? So, first things first is that Creatures Inc. Now, if you don't know who Creatures Inc. are, I'll just actually open here. They are the people who make all the 3D models, the TCG cards, and that sort of stuff for Pokemon. They have made all the 3D models ever since X and Y for all the main series Pokemon games. So they're the individuals that you go to, or rather Game Freak goes to, when it comes to them needing, 3D models, model sprites, whatever you want to call them. Like, they do that sort of work for them. So basically, they actually changed their logo now to Creatures TM, or trademark right there, instead of the ink at the end, because I think they had ink all the time before, but they're still called, I think, Creatures Inc. They're at still Creatures Inc., but now they're just actually called Creation on here. But either way, that's besides the point. There's some little tiny things I want to tell you about. So PokeExpert posted this, so shout out to him. This is a tiny little thing if you guys didn't know about Creatures Inc., because a lot of people didn't even realize who Creatures are. They're the people who do, all the modeling stuff for all the Pokemon game. The next up is this stuff. So, Nintendo E3's 2018 presentation, officially titled Nintendo Direct E3. And this article here on GoNintendo.com says, for whatever reason, Nintendo likes to tweak the wording of their E3 presentations. They've called them digital events in the past, and directs as well. This year, Nintendo is going to be the classic style, updating their official E3 2018 website with the Nintendo Direct 2018 branding. Not really a big deal, but now that you know that, write down on your calendar. So, they've done that. We all know it's ready, and you can also see what the previous names were. They've always changed them a bit every year or whatever, so that's that. But next up is something else that I want to talk about, because this is something that surfaced, I think, last night, very late last night, and I just didn't have the time, and I couldn't go through it, so I'm going to do it in this video instead. And it's this image, or rather GIF, of this this Pikachu, not Pokemon, I mean, it is a Pokemon, but you get the point. This Pikachu, which looks very much realistic, if I may say so myself. It looks like it definitely could be from the game, but it's hard to know. So, here's what, Pokesarena says. This GIF was first leaked on Weibo and Taiba. So, these are, Chinese forums, right? Chinese forums where we've actually gotten real leaks from. Those are places that have actually leaked real information in the past, and, not always are they real. There are a lot of people who make fan art, concept art, fake leaks, and that sort of stuff there as well. It's just like 4chan or Reddit or any of these, pages, these community pages, or Resetera or whatever. I'm sorry for saying the wrong names of these things, by the way. So, basically, it's one of those pages, and, it was quickly deleted, then posted on 4chan. According to my friends, this GIF is real. The GIF is also currently, or GIF, or what you want to call it, is currently causing a huge verbal fight among the Chinese community. So this GIF is actually causing a lot of trouble for the Chinese community. And keep in mind, within the Chinese community, there are people who know stuff, people who actually have inside information, and if they're fighting amongst each other right now, reputable people are saying this is real, and other people are saying, no, it's fake, that's a clash of, opinions, and it's really weird to see that. You see it in the past as well with, leaks, within the English community. When people talk about leaks, there are a lot of clashes between opinions and stuff, but this one seems to be causing a lot of trouble within the Chinese community, so I do want to kind of point that out. And as you see right here is how it actually looks like. This is a Pikachu basically giving you a no face, telling you no. What I think this could be, essentially, is, in my honest opinion, I think this could be kind of the animation. And by the way, I've got to point this out. This looks beautiful. The graphics on this, they look fantastic. And this looks like something that, yes, would be done by Creatures Inc. and Game Freak would have in their games. So this looks like it properly could be a real deal. The only problem is, its positioning right here. It looks almost like it's on the top of something. I can't see what it's standing on, but whatever it's standing on is like a little white thing that's moving around. But the graphics in this thing look amazing. And that's kind of what I want to point out. But I have seen fans make these sort of things in the past, so I wouldn't, stray too far away from the possibility of this being fake, because fans have done crazy stuff. So I want to just say, I don't know what to think about this thing, guys. If the Chinese community is torn about it, that's a big problem. That is very much a problematic situation. So I want to just kind of point that out. Now, next up here is going to be this post from Shane. By the way, Shane Smith, thank you so much for posting this, dude. So he essentially sent me this, and he just said, hey, just ran into this NPC in Mali City. And essentially what this character says is, I think we may be on our way to the Kanto region. So here's the thing, right? I think we're definitely gonna have a chance of, most likely seeing characters from Alola appearing in Kanto. Now, you may say, like, oh, that makes sense, because Alola is really close to, or like Hawaii, if you're gonna, take what they're based on. Hawaii and Japan are really close to each other. Well, actually, no, they're actually about, they're pretty far, they're actually really far away from each other. Actually, Alaska is closer to Japan than, as far as I remember, Alaska is closer to Japan than Hawaii is, which is really strange, but they're actually really far away from each other in reality. So if that translates into the games, like, does that translate the same way that, like, Kanto's far away from Alola? Which I don't think it is, because of one big reason, and that is that you've seen Kanto Pokemon migrate over to Alola, and they've, existed or been brought there, right? So whether they did that through a specific, maybe, like, human, maybe human involvement, humans made it happen, that could be one thing, or something else, but, you see a Kanto Pokemon in Alola, they've now changed into the Alolan climate that should usually not be there, but they are there, and they migrated some way over to Alola from Kanto. So we do know there is a connection between these two regions. There's constant mentioning of Kanto within the game, so I want to just kind of point that out real quick. Next up here is, though, Joseph saying, probably nothing, but I realized that the Japanese song for the Sun and Moon Ultra Adventures has the words, "Let's go," at the very beginning. Just a fun little coincidence, if you ask me. And I was just saying, nice spotting, mate. That's really nice spotting. Thank you so much for noticing that. And actually, if you see it right here, it says actually, oh, let's go. Which, again, we can't look at every time they say let's go, because I don't think everything is a reference, but still fun to mention, though. So, next up is this, though, okay? This one is a bit weird, right? This one is a bit weird. You'll see, like Pikachu and freaking Eevee are walking around in the offices, and look at that. They're acting very, very strange. I will tell you that right now. They're acting very strange, and they're together. You know what I mean? It's very odd to me. Like, Pikachu and Eevee. And look at that! This is so sketchy to me, man. This is so sketchy, and I'm really, really, really not digging where this is going, because this is very, very creepy to me, because I'm like, oh boy, what are they talking about? Now, the next up thing is just something really funny we noticed yesterday that somebody told me during my stream is, you can actually see that Ed Sheeran, okay, not that I listen to his music or anything, but this is just kind of funny, okay? This is no news, this is just something fun, right? Ed Sheeran posted yesterday himself sitting and playing Pokemon Yellow. He's sitting and playing Pokemon Yellow. This is just really weird, man. I just want to point it out for fun. It's nothing crazy or whatever. It's just really, really funny that he's sitting and playing Pokemon Yellow all of a sudden right there on his old school Game Boy, my man. This is fantastic. But that's freaking awesome. Either way, next thing on our agenda is this right here. So, this is something that I actually knew about, but I wasn't too aware of, is that essentially when you use Pokebank, there are moments where it does say that seems to be that this Pokemon was first met in Pokemon Go. There are things apparently like that within Pokebank, so that means that there is probably going to be some sort of connection, most definitely, between. This is also, by the way, an Eevee, right? This is so sketchy, right? It's an Eevee. But it says here that it has first been met in Pokemon Go, which makes no sense to me, but apparently there's going to be a connection there, and most likely there will be a connection in these Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu games, most definitely with Pokemon Go, just based on some of these things and also the leaks and, a bunch of things that I mentioned. So, that's just some things. Now, next up here is actually a tweet from Masuda, which was posted on April 7th, which says, Shibuya, I'm dancing a lot. And then, look at this, right? He's dressed up as in the Trainer Red outfit, right? Trainer Red outfit, but you will notice something else if you scroll down here. Do you notice which Pokemon he's walking with? Notice which Pokemon right there he's walking with. In the red outfit, he's walking with an Eevee. God, I don't know, man. This is so sketchy to me, dude. But he's walking with an Eevee. It's mind-blowing. But either way, I want to just kind of point that out as well, because it was sent to me. I can't remember who sent it to me, though, specifically. I'm really sorry. I can't remember, because somebody tweeted it at me and told me, check this out. I'm so sorry for not having your name. But shout out to you, though, my boy, and thank you. Either way, next thing on the agenda is this right here. So everybody say cheese. Remember the time the Misty Psyduck tried to take a group photo? This was posted on the 10th of May. And if you don't remember this episode, this is the episode where there's this little kid who has an Eevee, and his brothers all have like a Jolteon, Vaporeon, and a Flareon, and they all want him to evolve, his Eevee into one of those different evolutions in the evolution they prefer. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to keep Eevee as an Eevee, and the whole episode's about that and that sort of stuff, right? And in this image, you see you have Eeveelutions, you have Gen 1, you have Ash, you have Pikachu, you even have a Raichu. There's a bunch of things going on in this picture. I think it's just one of those fun little things. It could be a hint, but could also be nothing. But it's a very funny one. I like it. And that is that one, guys. And now the final one from Annabelle. And Annabelle, thank you so much for letting me know about this, because this is a big, big, big one that we actually talked about during my stream yesterday, which if you guys haven't seen my streams, I'm going to be streaming again today, so stick around for that. But this was sent to me by Annabelle, or Happy O Hat, on YouTube. And a big shout out to this individual. I can't even, like, stress how, like, crazy this is. But she sent me this, right? A link to the performance evaluations by Team Rocket. Now, if you see this, this was posted on April 1st. This was the whole thing, like, the whole shtick, where basically, if you guys remember, like, Team Rocket took over, I'm just gonna go back here, Team Rocket took over the, like, the Pokemon YouTube channel and the Twitter account and stuff, and actually, if you look through this, right, it's very interesting, right? So first things first, it's confidential information from Team Rocket HQ. This article remains from a website takeover by Team Rocket on April 2018. The views expressed in this article are solely the opinions of Team Rocket and do not reflect the opinions of the Pokemon Company International or affiliated companies. The information contained in this document is confidential and should not be shared with anyone but Team Rocket executives and Giovanni. And there's like Celadon City, Rocket Hideout, Rocket number 630484 set himself apart from the most rockets in this hideout by putting himself in a position to succeed. Intruders were sure to be confused by the strange movements of the puzzle just before encountering his position on B3F. So it's just a bunch of, like, you know, just messing around. But guess one thing. Do you notice one thing about this one right here, guys? Notice the character that's, like, playing the game. Well, notice the game that's being played on the screen here. It's Pokemon Yellow. It isn't red. It isn't blue. It isn't green. It's yellow. Pokemon Yellow is being played. And there's something else at the bottom right here, guys. Now, remember, let me just tell you this. Guys, how long has it been now since Pokemon Yellow was released in Japan? By the way, keep in mind, they always make sure to do the things according to the, you know, they celebrate anniversaries based on the Japan release dates. So it's been exactly 20 years since that. Now, look at what it says down here, guys. Right here. We will continue to monitor the productivity of these workers and reevaluate in another 20 years. It's been 20 years since Pokemon Yellow. And what we're getting now, guys, is most likely a sequel/reboot. I feel like that's guaranteed based on what we see right here. I'm very excited. This is one of the best findings. Annabelle, you are a beast. You're going to get a follow for that. I don't know why I wasn't following you already, but that is fantastic, like, I don't know, work. Like, the fact that you found this is really astonishing. So thank you so much for finding this. This is great info. And right here, guys, we'll continue to monitor the productivity of these workers and reevaluate in another 20 years. So we're definitely going to a future Kanto, that's for sure. Whether it be a sequel or a reboot, we're definitely going to a bit of a future one. Doesn't need to be 100 years, but a few years into the future for sure. Now, I don't know, guys. I just want to know your opinions on this. What do you think about this? What are your thoughts? And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ruffle Rowlett. Have a great day. And bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.